Here we are again with our trunk made of animal skins, our luggage. In 2023, I thought, you know, we use our phones for so much. And what if we didn't have our phones? What about maps and ways to get there? And I found these at Walmart, and they're wonderful. And as I sit down to take a look at them, at all the places I've been, growing up, traveling, my dad worked for the railroad, MK&T, Missouri, Kansas, and Texas, after he left the farm. And we traveled all over the United States, working, seeing what we could as part of the job. My parents wanted me to have a bigger view of things, not just what's in a small town, but that the world's big and a lot of different wonderful people live in it. So any town we'd stay in for a while, my mom would take us to any events. There were so many free events that cities would have, or public parks, or we'd go to the lake to swim. I had a wonderful, wonderful childhood. A bigger sister named Elizabeth and a bigger brother, Ronnie. He's adopted from Seoul, Korea. Wonderful, wonderful childhood. Very close-knit family, always together, doing things, seeing things. I remember when I was very young, we went down to Corpus Christi. And back then, there was places, public beaches that you could sleep on. We'd put up tents and wake up in the morning and see crabs running around. It was a wonderful, wonderful trip that I will never forget. Spending the afternoon just trying to jump each wave as it comes in. And Mom making hot dogs on the grill. Walking the beach looking for sand dollars. There are so many wonderful places in this world. And I've tried to have a bigger view, not just my town or my county or state even. I've had the privilege of going into Mexico from a cruise. I went with Glenn back to Israel with Restoring Courage. And I got to go to Jordan with my family, with True News, with Rick Wiles. It's precious, these experiences, to help us realize how small we are. And yet, God values us. We're so small on this planet. And God values us. He strains down from heaven to look at us. And I've been to Alaska on a 20th anniversary cruise. It was incredible. It was incredible to realize how small I am and how much God loves us. He built all of this for us, every single bit. What an incredible Father He is. So, what I'm about to show you, I'll try to get through without weeping. God said, I want to write a poem for my son. A very special one. I want to write what I see when I look down from heaven. It was so powerful to feel Him in me and to feel the overwhelming emotions. You know, there's that Bible verse, for God so loved the world, He gave His one and only Son, that whosoever should believe in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you can imagine being completely Spirit-filled with the Lord, and having him describe the world that he gave his son for. It is powerful. I treasure his son more. So, forgive me, let's get to it, right? I don't know if they still have these at Walmart, but they're wonderful. If you go on a road trip to teach your kids with. They're wonderful. And I found them, that's what's difficult. After you checked out at the register, they had them on a kiosk. Like, if you found them, you had to like grab them and go back in and buy them. So I got one of each. It's the same, and yet it's not. They're wonderful. They're so wonderful. I love maps. They were one of my favorite social studies where we learned to draw maps in school. It was one of my favorite classes when I was growing up. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, here we go. Forgive me, I'm trying to control my emotions here. I haven't read this since then, and so, okay. Okay, a rose, it's so beautiful. Okay, here we go. Inheritance. Photo and dress by Robin L.S. Young. 7/27/2023. 4:25 p.m. Wherever you will be, I am. Samuel or Samson, more than a name, no, a plan. An inheritance, more than land. Vast, majestic, not a grain of sand out of place. The view, grand, immense, here from outer space. Through cloud cover, waves break flowing grace. Evergreen, rolling hills, then mountains down below. The thunder, the rain, to understand where, to know. The power, the force, tremendous, to turn, to go. A house, no, a mansion, built on stone, not sand. Waves, storms, hurricanes crashing into the land. Sculpting, molding, breaking, chaos, yet a plan. Majesty, like stained glass, the sea. My love, my beloved, you will always be. Temperance, yet still consuming she. Our love flows like stream on the surface, underneath lava ready to burst forth through a crevice, yet with restraint, a kind of nervous. I am not distracted at all, for I always see you. You stand tall. Our love, passion, concurs, covers the earth, sprawl. A simple inheritance, insane. How could I ever complain? Yet for a short while we attempt to refrain. All, I am happy for us. I listen, I hear you discuss. Just love, simple, no need for such a fuss. It comes down to just you. All I ever wanted, the one and only view, hidden on such a planet to be found. I want a hue. Wood, more lumber, a perfect tree. Pruning, trimming, made bountifully. fruit choice, ripe for the harvest juice. Tall, straight, winding, then narrow. Lines, curves, and burrowing straight of arrow. Lines, curves, the bearing straight and arrow. Abundance, abound, teeming with life, Pharaoh. Falls the snow, the hail, the rain. Mist, the cascades, water trembles, yet remains. Glistening over rock, sand, salt, different, still the same. Color, the deep blue, the most golden yellow. Cool, cold, hot, warmth, intense, yet mellow. Never a more blessed man, gentle a fellow. Slow, lazy, rushing, crushing a river still. The highest high, the lowest low a hill. Rest, peace, calm, yet all a thrill. Simply made, yet so complex from clay. The breeze, the wind, the trees sway. Together forever we lay. How many ways am I with you, you, whom is to say, yet all true, each day renewed. On earth, in heaven, there's not a place that I do not want you, you. Look what you have done to my love. See my view? All the seconds, all the minutes, all of time, too few. So much to feel him describe this earth, to feel him describe the love he has for us. He loves us so much, so very much. So, I know you've seen pictures, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't know if this does it justice. It is so soft. It's the kind of fabric that you don't really sew into a gown. And yet it is so delicate. And there's long slits down the side that I love. And 2 straps over the shoulder. And you could just kind of see the way the color. I'm sure there's been other dresses made with this. But it's so beautiful. So beautiful on. It'll take time, but eventually I'll start getting these made for people. But what's more important really is the message that God loves us and He clothes us and picks the petals for us. God bless you.